Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Guru Charitra. Chapter 2. Power and Glory of Guru Bhakti. The Kalpataru can fulfill all your wishes. The Kamadhenu can bestow all the boons. The Parastone can transform base metals into gold, but none of them can transform others into themselves. This Guru alone can do. Namdharak, refreshed by the sleep and enlivened by the joy of the dream vision, now woke up. The dream vision of Guru Nath's splendorous form with ashes smeared all over the body, with tiger skin as his garment, and with locks of matted hair, and with looks overflowing with love and compassion, stood indelibly imprinted in his mind. Recapitulating the vision, he was in a state of ecstasy. But it soon flashed to him that it was after all but a dream. But even so, he realized and felt convinced that it was because of Guru Nath's grace he had such a blessed vision, even if it be a dream. But could he ever hope to have such a dream vision again? Would Guru Nath ever shower his mercy upon him? As he was brooding thus, there came a yogi, an ascetic, who looked like a near replica of the divine form, which he had seen in his dream. The yogi too had similar face and looks. He wore a tiger skin for his garment, and his whole body was smeared with sacred ashes. His face was shining with spiritual splendor, and his looks bespeaking of inner realization and enlightenment. Namdharak was overwhelmed with joy and wonder, and fell at the yogi's feet and exclaimed, "O the Great One, on seeing you, all the agony in my heart has subsided, and my whole being is filled with ineffable joy and eternal peace. I am feeling most blessed. I pray to you to let me know who you are and where you are coming from and where you reside. I am certain that it is Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva who sent you to me, taking pity on me." At this, the ascetic replied as follows: "I am known by the name Siddha Yogi. I am the disciple of the great Dattavatar Sri Narasimha Saraswati. The Supreme Brahman was my Guru. With his grace alone, I have attained the knowledge of the spirit and possession of all yogic siddhis. Ever since my Guru's departure from Ganagapur and his withdrawing of avatar a little later, I have constantly been on pilgrimage. I am now on my way back to the holy Ganagapur for the darshan of Guru Nath's Nirguna Padukas enshrined there. I spend all my time reveling in the remembrance and recounting the Leelas and the Mahimas of Guru Nath. Oh, how great divine is my Guru! He is peerless indeed. How blessed is Ganagapur, which is hallowed by his grace. How blessed indeed are all those who are devoted to Sri Narasimha Saraswati Deva. They are freed forever from the mundane worries and are ever anchored in peace and happiness. Their homes will ever be prosperous and everything aplenty with no wants whatsoever. Cattle, children, wealth, none of this will be ever felt wanting in the devotees' homes. For that matter, anyone devoted to his own Guru, let apart to Guru Nath, is most blessed indeed. He will be all peace and happiness himself. Guru is indeed supreme by himself, and all the gods are no comparison to him at all. Guru is the sole benefactor and liberator for man. And blessed indeed are those who are devoted to their Guru." Although Namdharak was so joyous at hearing this, yet some apprehension started raising in his head and in his mind. He started to ask Siddha Yogi, "I am puzzled at what you say. I am also devoted to Guru Nath as my predecessors in my family were, but I have no peace at all and I am ever haunted by worries. In spite of my devotion to Guru Nath, I am in a pitiful state. You say that those devoted to the Guru are freed from worries and miseries. It doesn't seem to hold true in my case at all. Further, although I believe that great indeed is Guru Nath, how can you say that Guru, whoever he is supreme by himself and all the gods are no comparison to him at all? Guru can hold some place of honor like mother and father, but how can you rank him above all the gods? It puzzles me much, and I fail to understand what you say." Siddha Yogi then said, "My child, your faith is wavering and is not steadfast yet. You are bewildered with all sorts of doubts, just as a sick person who cannot relish food however delicious it is. Also, a doubting heart cannot imbibe the grace of Guru, however abundantly it may be overflowing. Just as excessive and wrong diet is harmful for a sick person, so also the doubts are inimical and detrimental to the process of men in the path of bhakti. It is said, Samshayatma vinashyati, a wavering and doubting person perishes, and Shraddhavan labhate jnanam, the one with faith gains all the wisdom. You should cultivate unalloyed faith with the Guru. Because of your doubts only, you are not able to derive the benefit of Guru Nath's grace and instead have immersed yourself in misery. Ever remember that Guru alone can redeem the disciple. Even if he has incurred the wrath of all the gods, if he has Guru's grace, no harm will ever befall him. Guru's grace will be invincible armor even if all the gods make an assault upon him. But if one incurs the wrath of Guru, no one can rescue him, not even all the gods try. One should actually never make a distinction between his Guru and God. For a devotee, all the forms of God should be assumed in his Guru itself. Thereafter, Siddhayogi started narrating an anecdote from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana to explain the power of Guru Bhakti. In the beginningless times, Brahma created the cosmos. Along with it, he created the 4 Vedas, all the repositories of wisdom, which enunciate the code of conduct for man and upkeep of harmony in this universe. He also enunciated the Puranas by the way of illustration of peace of Vedic Dharma in day-to-day lives of people. He also created the 4 Yuga Purushas, assigning each one of them the rule of each Yugas respectively. He does this in each one of the Kalpas. Each one of the Yuga Purushas in their respective Yuga has to undertake the responsibility for upkeep of Dharma on earth, for the welfare of all. Each Yuga will have its own specific characteristics and special features, and Brahma has explained about them in details to each one of the Yuga Purushas. The Purusha of the Krita Yuga is endowed with pure Sattva Guna. The Purusha of Treta Yuga has Sattva and Rajas mixed in him. The person of Krita Yuga are contemplative nature and ever engaged in tapas and contemplating always on inner self. The people of Treta Yuga resort to external and ritualistic disciplines and austerities, especially the performance of sacrifices, etc. The Purusha of the Dwapara Yuga is predominantly Rajasic and carries bow and arrows in his hands. But even so, he is calm and compassionate. The Kali Purusha is possessed with tamasic traits. The people of Kali Yuga are materialistic, who discard all the noble values of life. They are atheists and take to unwholesome and evil practices. The moral values will sink to lowest levels in Kali Yuga, and the Kali Purusha will tempt and lead people astray, taking them along with the wrong and evil paths. People fall slaves to sensual pleasures and throw overboard all the noble values of life. Cravings of tongue and passions of sex are 2 weapons of Kali Purusha to subdue men. Lord Brahma, however, had warned Kali Purusha that he should be cautious when he approaches that are people devoted to their Guru. He should never try to meddle and harass people devoted to the Guru. The Guru holds the highest spiritual status, higher than even of the gods, and whoever is devoted to his Guru is protected against all odds and harm. The Guru's grace will be an impregnable armor around his disciples and devotees. Otherwise, he should be incurring the Guru's wrath and will come to grief, and none would be able to help him then, not even the great Trinity. Thereafter, Brahma narrates the anecdote to Kali on the power of Guru Bhakti. On the banks of river Godavari, there used to be once the Agni Rasa ashram. In the ashram lived many rishis, ever engaged in their spiritual pursuits. Many young students used to come there for learning from these rishis who were very learnt in Vedas and scriptures. They were also very well-realized souls. Vedadharma, the son of Paila Maharshi, was one of these rishis. He was revered for his vast learning as well as his spiritual stature. He was a worthy son of great rishi. He used to have a very large group of students. One day, during his daily discourse, he said, "As a man sows, he shall reap. No one can escape the bonds of karma. Human birth is the result of previous karmas only. Just as the law of cause and effect works in the physical world, the law of karma works in the moral sphere. Every thought, every word and deed, as it were, is weighed in scales of eternal justice. The moral law is inexorable and inescapable." He then slowly added, "As for me too, in my former lives, in my ignorance, I committed many great sins. I have been able to expiate most of them to the severest of penances in my life. But there is some more prarabdha karma persisting, which I cannot escape and I will have to suffer. The time is now coming for undergoing this suffering, and I will soon be overtaken by the most dreadful disease, which will see me in its grip for a long time, for nearly 2 years. I need the services of one of you. If any of you are willing, you will have to constantly attend upon me, nurse me, and relieve me of my sufferings to whatever extent you possibly can. But let me tell you, the disease is going to overtake me is the most loathsome, and you will not be able to even bear my presence. Those who have to attend a diseased person will suffer even more than the diseased person himself. With this, he stopped and kept silent. No sooner the Guru finished speaking thus, one young disciple Deepak rose up. He walked to the Guru's feet, prostrated him there, and prayed that he be given a chance and privilege to serve him. He said, "Master, what greater blessing can there be than serving the Master? Under all circumstances, give me the opportunity to serve you." Vedadharma said that he was setting out on a pilgrimage to the holy Kashi, as the disease which would be overtaking him would be fatal, and that he would like to breathe in his last breath on the banks of the holy Ganga river at the feet of Vishwanath. Vedadharma then entrusted his disciples take care of the other rishis, and he set out to the holy Kashi along with Deepak. He settled down at Kambleshwar on the bank of Manikarnika. In a few days, the body of Vedadharma was overtaken by leprosy, and day by day the disease was fast spreading, ravaging the entire body. Flies almost made a habitation on the sores of Vedadharma's body. Putrid and foul odor used to emanate all over the body. Hardly he could sleep. He was suffering a great agony all the time. He grew highly irritable and peevish, and for everything he used to blame Deepak. He used to treat the disciple very harshly. He used to scold him for not cleaning his sores properly, and when he was cleaning the wounds, he used to flare up and howl that he was causing him pain. He used to complain that the food Deepak was getting him was not good, but Deepak used to bear it all calmly, while at the same time he felt sorry for the agony and served him. He strove all the time trying to make the Guru as comfortable as possible. He himself used to hardly sleep, nor used to eat properly, and all the time of the day he was attending upon the Master, catering to his needs. The young boy's dedication and love for his Guru moved the hearts of even the great Trinity. One day, Lord Shiva appeared before Deepak, said that he was immensely pleased with his Guru Bhakti and Guru Seva, and that he came to him in order to give him whatever boon he might ask for. Deepak said that without his Guru's explicit permission, he would not do anything, and that he would therefore ask his Guru first as to what he should do and what boon he should ask for. Shiva said, "Then go, get your Guru's permission for asking the boon. I will be here for you. I shall give you whatever you ask for." Deepak told the Guru about this and said that he would seek boon from Shiva to cure the Guru's dreadful disease. The Guru instantly flared into a rage and said that he should not seek a favor from anyone for the redress of his suffering. He said he will have to experience his karma by suffering only. Deepak went back and told Lord Shiva he had nothing to seek from him. Brahma and Vishnu also later appeared before Deepak, and they too offered him boons, pleased with his Guru Bhakti. At the behest of the Guru, he turned down the offers of these gods too. Then the god said, "When we, the supreme gods who are higher than any being, are graciously offering you the boons, is it not foolish of you to listen purpose and behests of your Guru and spurn down the blessed opportunity that comes to you?" Deepak replied, "Pardon me, sirs, there is no one equal to the Guru. Guru is higher than the highest gods. What I yearn is only my Guru's grace and not the favor of anyone else. If still keen on granting me some boon, please bless that my devotion to my Guru will only grow more and more and will never slacken and waver." The gods blessed him accordingly and disappeared. Vedadharma only wanted to test Deepak's steadfastness and devotion. For this, he put him to the severest of tests. When Deepak thus defied all the gods, Vedadharma was much pleased. The disease was not real. It was just assumed by him for the purpose of testing the faith of his disciple and to give posterity an example of supreme power of Guru Bhakti. Vedadharma then gave up the disease and became perfectly well. He embraced Deepak. He lauded him for his steadfast devotion to the Guru, even under the severest of trials and tribulation. Vedadharma endowed on Deepak all the knowledge of the scriptures and highest wisdom and all the siddhis. He blessed him thus: "You will flourish as a Chiranjeevi in this holy Kashi. Lord Vishweshwara will be at your side. Whoever thinks of you will be rid of their woes and enjoy all the prosperity and will attain enlightenment. Deepak became enlightened as his own illustrious Guru himself was, and came to be known as Sandeepak or Samdeepak. Thus ends the second chapter of Sri Guru Charitra. Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha.